Caitlin Clark just dropped the most insane footage yet, and the entire WNBA is buzzing. We already knew she was a bucket. We already knew she had range. But this new version of Clark, stronger, faster, more dangerous than ever. She's not just pulling up from 30 feet, she's powering through defenders, taking contact and straight up bullying opponents on both ends of the floor. So what's changed? How did Caitlin Clark go from sharpshooter to dominant force? Let's break it all down. Stay locked in, this is something you have to see. But before we jump into the good stuff, take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By joining our crew, you'll always be in the loop with the latest WNBA updates, expert takes, and breakdowns of big moves just like this. Don't miss out, we've got every angle covered. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive right in. Now let's talk about how Caitlin Clark has completely leveled up, not just in skill, but in every aspect of her game. Caitlin Clark has always been a standout talent, but now she's reaching a whole new level that no one saw coming. The WNBA is officially on high alert because Clark isn't just refining her game, she's transforming into a dominant force, rewriting the rules as she goes. Recent footage reveals a stronger, more aggressive Caitlin Clark, and opponents have every reason to be worried. If you thought she was a problem before, think again. She's faster, tougher, and more explosive than ever before. It's not just about her shooting anymore. She's evolving into a complete player. Clark's off-season grind is paying off in ways we've never seen before. We're talking about a full-on transformation from a deadly sniper to an unstoppable force on both ends of the floor. The days of just thinking of her as a shooter, over. Now she's dictating the pace, overpowering defenders, and turning into a nightmare matchup for anyone in her way. And let's be real, who saw this coming? We all knew she was special, but this is next-level dominance. This is Caitlin Clark 2.0, and the league is shook. No one expected this level of growth so quickly. Opposing coaches are scrambling for new game plans. Defenders are realizing they can't just rely on pushing her around anymore. She's adapting, evolving, and breaking the mold in ways that we've only seen from the greatest of all time. So what's fueling this massive evolution? How did Caitlin Clark go from an elite scorer to an all-around wrecking ball? Let's break it down. So what's the difference? What took Caitlin Clark from star player to a complete force of nature? Let's rewind for a second and really break it down. Caitlin Clark was already an elite scorer, effortlessly draining deep threes, running the offense like a seasoned vet, and dropping dimes that left defenders confused. She had the skill, the confidence, and the competitive fire that made her one of the most exciting players in the game. But here's the thing, as great as she was, there was one major challenge: physicality. The WNBA isn't just another step up from college, it's a whole new battleground. Defenders are stronger, faster, and more experienced. They know how to disrupt a player's rhythm, how to get physical without drawing fouls, and how to make life difficult for even the most talented rookies. Early on, some critics wondered if Clark could handle the league's physicality. Would she be just another college star who struggled to adjust? Could she still dominate when defenders started bodying her up, forcing her off her spots, and making every possession a battle? Could she still perform at the highest level when her usual tricks weren't enough against seasoned pros? Clark heard the noise and she answered in the best way possible. She didn't just recognize the challenge. She attacked it head-on with the same determination that made her an elite competitor in the first place. She took a step back, studied her own game, and identified the areas that needed improvement. Instead of just relying on her natural shooting ability, she went to work on becoming a complete, well-rounded player. That meant committing to a rigorous off-season training program that went beyond just basketball skills. She built her body to withstand the WNBA's level of physical play, focusing on adding muscle, increasing endurance, and developing the toughness needed to fight through contact. And let's be clear, this wasn't just a tweak to her game. This was a full-blown transformation. She wasn't just lifting a few weights or doing a couple of extra workouts. She was redefining her entire approach, making sure she could dominate in every aspect of the game, no matter how tough the competition got. But strength training was only one part of the puzzle. What else did Clark do to take her game to another level? Let's dive into that next. Whoa, you've made it this far. That must mean you're really enjoying the video, right? So why not take a quick second to hit that follow button? It's totally free, super simple, and helps us keep bringing you more awesome content, especially if you love the WNBA. Whether it's game highlights, player spotlights, or behind-the-scenes moments, we've got you covered. Plus, by following, you'll never miss a beat when it comes to your favorite teams and players. Go on, tap that follow now. All right, let's jump back in. Now let's get into the real game changer, her insane strength training regimen that turned her into an absolute powerhouse. This offseason wasn't just about tightening her handles or improving her shot, although she did that too. No, this was about building a body that could handle the league's toughest defenders. The WNBA is a different level of competition, where strength, endurance, and toughness are just as important as talent. If you can't handle the physicality, you won't survive, let alone dominate. Clark knew this, so she completely restructured her training regimen. She didn't just do the usual drills, she went all in, treating her body like a machine that needed to be rebuilt for war. Her workouts were no joke, they were grueling, intense, and designed to push her past her limits. She hit the weight room hard, zeroing in on these key areas. Core stability, because a strong core isn't just about looking good, it's about maintaining balance through contact, absorbing hits, and staying upright when defenders try to push you off your path. Lower body strength, as explosive drives, deep threes, and quick first steps all require an incredibly strong foundation, and Clark's legs became stronger, allowing her to power through defenders and elevate higher on her jump shots. Upper body muscle, because WNBA defenders don't just let you waltz into the lane, they bump, shove, and make you earn every basket. So Clark built up her upper body to take the contact, absorb it, and still finish strong at the rim. Endurance and agility, since the best players don't just dominate for one quarter, they sustain their performance for an entire game. And Clark worked on her stamina to ensure she could keep pushing the pace late in the fourth quarter when everyone else is gasping for air. Explosiveness training, because speed kills in the WNBA, and Clark knew she had to get quicker. So she focused on drills that improved her acceleration, her first step, and her lateral quickness, making her harder to defend. Lastly, flexibility and injury prevention, since staying healthy is just as important as getting stronger. So Clark incorporated yoga, dynamic stretching, and recovery techniques to keep her body durable over the course of a long, grueling season. From weightlifting to resistance training to explosive drills, Clark has completely transformed her body. And you can see the difference. She's no longer just avoiding contact, she's initiating it. Defenders who once tried to push her around are now feeling the force of a player who's no longer just skilled, but physically dominant. And the best part, this is just the beginning. But what does all this added strength mean for her actual game? Let's take a look at the impact her training is having on the court. All right, so how does all this extra strength actually translate on the court? The difference is huge, and it's not just something you see, it's something you feel every time she steps on the floor. Before, she might have been bumped off her spot when driving to the hoop. Now, she's absorbing the contact, keeping her balance and still finishing at the rim with ease. Defenders who used to push her around are now bouncing off of her. She's initiating the contact instead of reacting to it. Before, she was mostly a deep-range sniper. Now, she's expanded her game inside. She's backing down smaller defenders, using her improved footwork to create space and scoring efficiently in the paint. Before, teams would press up on her, forcing tough shots. Now, she's blowing by them. Thanks to her increased explosiveness and improved first step, she's faster and more dangerous than ever off the dribble. She's also way more aggressive on defense. The extra strength means she can hold her ground against bigger guards, contest shots more effectively, and fight through screens like a veteran. She's added a deadly mid-range game. With the extra muscle giving her more stability, she's pulling up from 15 feet with confidence. Defenders who try to take away her three-point shot now have another problem: she can score from anywhere on the floor. Her conditioning is elite. Late in games, when other players are gassed, she's still going full throttle, running the break, setting up teammates, and getting back on defense. The improved endurance is making her an even bigger force in clutch moments. Her passing is sharper. With added strength in her upper body, her passes have even more zip, allowing her to thread the needle in transition and make pinpoint cross-court dimes without hesitation. Her transformation isn't just about skill anymore. It's about mentality. It's about resilience. It's about proving she belongs not just as a great player, but as a dominant force shaping the future of the league. The work she's put in is paying off in ways that no one saw coming, and the impact, it's undeniable. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing in the WNBA, she's changing it. And this is just the beginning. Wow, what a transformation. Caitlin Clark is proving she's not just a shooter anymore. She's a complete all-around threat, and the entire league is feeling it. This is only the beginning, and if she's already leveling up like this, just imagine what's next. But hey, if you made it this far, you must have loved the video. So do me a quick favor, smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss a moment of the action. We've got plenty more WNBA content coming your way, from in-depth player breakdowns to game-changing moments. Drop a comment below. What do you think about Caitlin Clark's evolution? Is she on her way to becoming the most dominant player in the league? Let's talk about it. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.